Today we're going to be changing the rotors on a 2013 Toyota Sequoia. If you like these videos, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. A lot of fix-it videos coming your way. Alright, let's get to it. I'm going to start off by showing you exactly where I'm going to put the jack. There's a good spot right there. I'll jack it up, loosen the bolts on the wheel, lug nuts, and then jack it up, put a jack stand underneath. You're going to use a 17mm bolt. You have one on top and one on bottom. You're going to need a wrench, 17mm wrench for the bottom. Right now we're taking off the bracket for the caliper, so that's going to come off with the caliper and the bracket. I'm using a piece of wire to just suspend the caliper while I'm taking off the rotor, so it doesn't fall. You want to hit the rotor real hard with a hammer, it'll pop loose. Spray it with brake cleaner. Then take the grommet. You're going to take the old grommet and put it onto the new rotor. You want to spray the back of the rotor of your new rotor, and you want to spray the front of your new rotor, because the new rotor does have a layer of grease that you have to remove. Put the grommet back in, spray it a little more. This is the spot where you'll see where I probably should have taken the caliper bolts out in the beginning. I thought I was slick, and I thought I could just take the brake pads out of the way and push the caliper back in place. But I wasn't able to get in there with the C-clamp that I had and the board that I had to seat the caliper flush. So I had to take the caliper bolts out and go ahead and take the caliper apart from the bracket to get in there with my board and C-clamp. As you can see, I was having a rough time trying to do it by hand, so I went ahead and mounted the caliper bracket again. I just barely put it on there, just enough to where I could break the caliper bolts loose. Once you have the caliper loose, you can now push it back in with using a board and a C-clamp. Right now I'm actually going to be tightening the caliper bracket and go ahead and securing that. Now I'm going to use my board and a C-clamp and push this flush. My brakes were worn evenly, so I didn't sand them at all. I just sprayed some brake cleaner on them, cleaned them up a little bit. The one that's in the back is for the back side of the rotor, and the one closest to me is for the front side of the rotor. There's little clips right here, and the disc brakes fit into the little clips. You can't see the one on the back very well, but you can see the one on the front. Now you can mount your caliper. Push those little bushings back. Now you can get your caliper bolts started. Again, you're going to need a 17mm socket for these caliper bolts. we're all done. All you got to do is bleed the brakes. We will have a video on bleeding the brakes coming up next. So I hope you liked it. If you liked it, hit the like button. Subscribe. Take care.